Hello, everyone. How are we? Sorry for the late. I had to make sure that some zapping of flies was not picked up by a pupper. She does not like that. So I closed a couple doors to hopefully mitigate some of that zapping sound. Yeah, Gemma is not a huge fan of loud noises. Fireworks, thunder, and a bug zapper all included. And to make matters worse, there is a horde of flies that seem to want to stay inside our house right now. We start knocking them down, but because it gets so warm during the day, we leave the door open, so more come in. Never ending cycle. So we got one of those electric handheld, right? We got one of those handheld bug zappers, but right? So the precious little princess is now currently under my desk. I think I mitigated the sound enough for her, but I don't know. I'm gonna open the door a little bit because my computer with the AMD CPU runs hot. So I need airflow in this room. But Nagi, what about butterflies? Butterflies are bugs, but they're not bad. That's different. Yes, they are pretty. Uh-oh. That would be bad. And ladybugs are cool. I don't know if Alex will be joining us today, so I'm not hopping into VC unless he says he's able to join. Because of that storm, so... Hi, BB. I got you. I need this repaired. I can deal without for right now. I wonder what kind of trouble those soldiers are expecting. What an amazing city. As lively as Ul'dah, and even more colorful. According to Erenville, the Vanu I saw belongs to a clan known as the Hanu Hanu. It seems they share more than a physical resemblance. I would ask if the journey tired you, but I'm sure you've endured far worse. Just a little bit. You're fine, baby. got you. Yes, I got you. Right then. First things first. I... still a bit queasy. No more ports for a while. I realize we've just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. No arguments here. I should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Aha! We were wondering who these strange folk were, so the Third Promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers? Clement? Are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. The Third Promise does not get seasick. No, sir. As for my handpicked entourage here, I've recruited... Hey, Skippy, how are you? I've recruited them to help me win the rite of succession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But the group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the Third Promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to command respectful distance, but you're just so easy to approach. Ooh, nice! I hope you're having fun. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please, don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. You're very kind. Good day to you, Third Promise. Did have a point. Wuklamont is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station surrounded by this many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in 2 groups so as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then. Lane, you and Cryle can come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch once we've had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wandering. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Wuklamot's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Are you sure? Do we need to get some smelling salts for you, lady? To you, Lilal, is it going anywhere? Let's give Wuklamot a little more time. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself. What with the contest looming on all. Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Erenville already mentioned the reefs on our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay, mostly small fishing boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Ah, nice. Well, I hope you're having fun. I'm doing alright. almost didn't stream today just because it was so busy, but I'm doing it. I'm here. We're gonna push forward. Also, send your good vibes and good thoughts to Alex because there's a storm looming overhead for him. Much of the incoming traffic is from Yaktaral, the southern landmass. The clans there produce various goods for export. Trying to the stress of moving kind of making. That's fair. Well, don't get yourself too worked up. You need to enjoy the game, or at least give yourself a chance to enjoy the game. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. That's fair. Wandering around this city is so exciting. Unfamiliar wonders everywhere. Wonders everywhere. We look. I can't talk right now, guys. This is Bayside Bevy, Tuyolola's largest marketplace. Being right here on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Oh, right, I should mention that here in Tuyololo, we buy things with Hell, a currency that the Pelu Pelu created. But don't worry, more and more trade is coming in from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept Gil. There's also Wachumeki Meki, another market to the east of here, but that can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. Next we'll head back a bit, then northwards up the stairs to a certain plaza. I can't wait to see the look on your faces. Wachumeki Meki. Actually, do we have... Oh. My foot is a bed right now. That's a Mender. This lovely lady does not craft, so I have to pay for it, or have somebody do it for me. Snap, 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 snap. I heard it. Oh! It's reassuring to know we can use our guild for shopping here. What do you think of that, eh? Goodness me, you have Aetherytes into your law. I think I told you before, but my brother Kona spent 3 years studying in Sharlayan. He fell in love with the nation and its ways, and brought back to us the knowledge of Aetherite construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once. Had one built immediately. Did you do the attuning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down again, then up the slope. Nagi home! Welcome home, Nagi. We'll head down again, and then up the slope to the side. Right at the top is the gate which leads to Shaktarav. Let's make for a stop at Bright Plume Post on the way, though. That's the headquarters of for the Landsguard. Whiskers! Hey, you! How is everyone? How you doing, Whiskers? I bet you're tired. Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now where Woklamat gets her endless endurance. I feel that. I'm tired today too. We have a lot of narrow, winding streets to crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see, though, the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. You're fine. I'll go shut the door again. 'Cause I hear that. Or maybe. I can't reach it. 1 second, baby. I'll be right back. That'll help out a little bit, huh, Sweet Pea? You're fine. You're fine. I might mute myself. Well, no. I'm trying. You're okay, baby. Yeah. You went out? Okay. You're okay. Yeah. I know. I'm gonna do something here really quick, guys. You might hear the game through my mic, so you might be hearing double, but it's the only way I can kind of drown out the sounds is the music. So hold on. It's okay, I tell you, baby. Where'd you go? Oh, you laid back down. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Okay, can you guys hear this music through my mic? Okay. I don't want to make it too loud, but at the same point, I don't want it to be too quiet either for her. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Okay. I've always been concerned about that because I've thought about using the speakers for me. But I don't want you guys to pick up on it too much. Alright. Yeah. Thank goodness for Aetherites. Though I don't share Wokelmot's dislike of ships, I'm not especially eager to make that voyage again. Here we are. Oh, thank you guys. Here we are. Bright Plume Post. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Tuyulolo and preserving the peace. The Landsguard are led by our nation's strongest warriors, so naturally Papa has commanded them at the beginning. At least until 3 years ago when Zoroja took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Right, that's true. Uh-oh. You may hear that computer noises though. Those are a little louder. Okay, I just had to plug my headphones in. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to. I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphinaud and Alice, they should be around to hear it too. Come on, it's time I showed you the Sky Gate. It's right at the northern end of Talon March. Right. Zoroja, that clearly a Mamolja name. An interesting family. Massive, isn't it? And on the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yakui. Strictly speaking, Toral is actually two separate continents. Yaktoral, the southern lands of the mother, and Shaktoral, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one giant, or take two. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long, long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle, and when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale. I am put in mind of the conflict between Hydaelyn and Zodiac. But getting back to Shaktoral, those lands are also part of the Tuyulolo nation, correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the peoples of two continents into a single nation. Many clans of Toral have been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the land and put a stop to the myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. I'm doing the wrong voice. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gates than hearing about my aspirations. Crossing the bridge to Shaktoral requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the Rite of Succession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll just have to wait. I'll hold you to that. I've never broken my word. Once the throne is mine, that travel permit is yours. Tired from all this walking? Take a moment to rest. We'll continue the tour. We must have covered half the city by now. Fiololo is unlike any other place I've visited. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Yay! I need to change races. Not races. Wow, brain. Change classes is what I meant to say. We'll head west next, toward the Arch of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. You have dirigibles too? Fiololo certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you have seen enough of this area, let me know. We'll continue on. The Arch of the Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. I wonder, is it cloudy for you guys, or is it just bright and nice right now? We should all be on the same, I think. But maybe not. Excuse me. Yawn. I'm still struggling to perceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of a Yakoi temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Shaktarao, to appease the god who slumbers in the Great Ocean Trench. After the Yakoi withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. So when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Tiraf. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Fiololo. We climb these sets of stairs here all the way up. The sheer scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what the carvings at the top represent. Papa's palace is called Vorok Shonsa, which roughly translates to invincible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. So gorgeous up here. Oh wait, before I go there. I know we'll be coming back up there, but I want to get it. Gotta get all the aetheryte. I gotta get her all the way up there too. Get her to the top of the 2 jumping puzzles here. I love these. Okay, now back onto the task at hand. The stairs leading up to the peak can get pretty steep. Careful you don't fall. I've been one step away from death more than a few times. So this is the Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all of the Yogg-Taro clans. Malmolja, Shabral, Pelu Pelu, Moblin, Hanu Hanu. We also have Hamwata, Hetzaru, Shitona, who moved south from their ancestral land to Shaktara. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner of Taro. A true representation of Tuiulolo's diverse character. The adornments on each building contribute to the eclectic culture aesthetic. It's all so beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we continue down the stairs. I'm trying to get her voice right, and I know I'm not doing it great justice, but it's okay. I had it right last night, briefly. That big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasion, like when honoring the Lamb's God returned from a dangerous duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. It earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. I've never seen such an enormous drum. What would one even use to beat such an instrument? That is a cool drum. Welcome. If it's an alpaca you need, then look no further. Before we get you saddled up, I'll need to add your name to our register. It'll make things smoother the next time you need a ride. One need only look to the children playing for a sense of how peaceful things must be here. And here are our dirigibles, not bad, eh? I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you only find balloons in Tuiulolo. We have them For the exact same reason as the Aetheryte, Kona brought back the plans from Charlene, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. That's enough about the rituals. The Arch of the Dawn awaits. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, yeah. Right? Sometimes it feels like it makes you go faster. I don't know why. This is it, the Arch of the Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as the Yogg-Thral Landgate, but when Papa founded Tu'uola, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Through this gate is Kozama'uka, the wetlands south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Kozama'uka? The name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? Oh, those are alpacas. Here's some four-legged fiends. Fearsome. These seem quite placid to me. You'll learn soon enough, Cryo. Soon enough. There's a story there, but forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. If you wish to learn the history of Tu'uola, then look no further. These stone pillars, you mean? What is special about these pillars, if I may ask? Oh, ad break. Oh, wait. I'm not hearing any more pops. I'm gonna attempt something. Hold on, guys. Alright. At the very least, I got air back. Airflow back. And welcome back, everyone. Okay. At a glance, they might look like... take two. At a glance, they might look like ordinary stone decoration. But if you take a really good look, you'll see there's something much more interesting. Via the puppy. Pictures? Wait, no, these are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed Mamolja. Oh, then this must be... That's right. It follows the exploits of my father, Gululjaja, and his journey to unite our land. We call it the Tuyulala Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no better way to learn how Tuyulala came to be. Study them as long as you like. This pillar tells of the lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer Ket something. I can never remember the name. You mean Kettenrem? Ah, that's the one. Kettenrem's arrival in Tural is what prompted Papa to embark on his journey. It said the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit, if not in blood. But no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Kettenrem's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. The records say he traveled between our lands and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. Here we have the Lay of the Reeds. This is the story of when Papa visited the Hanu and their village in Kozumauka. The people Alphino almost mistook for the Vanu. If not for the colorful plumage, he spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are a bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. Let's see. This one's the Lay of Pots, which depicts the Moblins in Kozumauka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Turali counterparts. This one recounts the lay of her past. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is the Jabral, like me. For decades, the Jabral and the Mamolja were at war for control of the forest of Yaktaral, or Yaktel. The actions Papa took to end that conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Tural. There's a clan of Hrafgar in Volja known as Hellions, In their society, the women rule as queens, and the men serve as devoted subjects. Yet here in Shabral, men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically cultures can vary with location. If you're done with the first half, we can move to on to the second. Yes. The lay of proof that Big Fellow is of the Yakui, the largest of Tural's people. These giants once used their giant size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Tural. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northwards, setting their sights on Shaktaral. You'll recall the massive bridge they built beyond the Sky Gate. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they'd conquered, and withdrew into the mountains of Urakopacha. I've never even seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambitions and their place in Turali history? This one is unmarked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tuyulola's history, whatever that might be. Oh, this one is my favorite. The Lay of Ice. It depicts the battle with the legendary Tural Vidral, Valigamanda. I should explain that Tural Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to preternatural power. Valigarmanda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned for the destruction and terror it visited upon Tural every time it stirred from its slumber. But 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end after a great struggle. Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Urakopacha mountain. Hey, Wolf Baby, how are you? Welcome in. Despite its reputation, however, Valigamanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness in Tuyulola's national emblem, and adorning the banners at the palace. Well, that's good. The Lay of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pelu, whose homeland is in Urakopacha. Having created our currency, the Pelu, take two. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tuyulola's markets, and their traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Tural. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculating traders. Had your fill of history then? Yes, thank you. Do you play Final Fantasy XIV, Wolf? Glad to hear it. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprises there, seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while. But now I think I'm ready to eat again. So let's go and have ourselves a bite of local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. We'll go in there in a minute. My god. Gamer naming convention. I think I'm almost done actually. I'm gonna go grab the cabins while I'm at it. Okay. Now I only have one left, but I'm not running all the way over there just yet. I'll get there next. Or should I? You know what? I'm gonna go grab it. I'd rather have the whole network taken care of, not just part of it. Watch you, Mickey, Mickey. It's so weird when you see names that you think you recognize, but you're not entirely certain that you do. These two, like, never end their conversation. I see a burrito. I want a burrito now. Onyxia. Oh, how I miss some of the dragons from WoW. They're actually kind of cool. What a lovely establishment. I'm reminded of the Bismarck and the Minza. Have you ever had tacos? They're truly... Excuse me. I thought I did this already. Have you ever had tacos? They are Tuyololo classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. Tacos! A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here at Jabali of Thai best. And I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Brook Evu. Meat? I'm kind of like, I don't care. Soft shell or hard shells are both good. Although usually I have soft shells. I'm just gonna say this now, all of this looks yummy. Looks absolutely delicious. Right? That's true.
Look, Evo! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
They did.
Did you hear the Silver Scales are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale.
Your BB.
Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Agreed.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils. Oh. Ah.
Right?
If it isn't the third promise.
Yay!
What the?
We will have Mystic rejoin
I
us.
don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wukla
Right,
is so
Taco
afraid
Crusher,
of the coming
boo!
contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us. Such an honor.
Wait, right now?
Glory on
I
your
saw
name,
him streaming
brother.
earlier. I know he has
And on
one
yours,
tomorrow.
brother.
I know
Is
my
he?
rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
Okay, no, he's not streaming right now.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Shall we test that idea here?
He
and
streamed
now?
earlier. He
See if
reached
your strength
Vanguard
is
and he's
equal to
inside
ours.
Heritage Found. I don't know if he actually made it to Solution 9.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
Go Kryl. I'll put you in your place, you overgrown lizard.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed Mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. so they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubiko and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
So it goes.
Poor Wuklamot. Just shake the back up and you can eat your taco salad. I was looking forward to trying some authentic Tuyola cuisine, but we should hurry and join Alphino and the others at the palace. Alright. It's a bit of a climb to the top, but you can head up from the Resplendent Quarter, or even the east side of Talon March if you prefer. Now that you have an idea of how the city is laid out, I'll let you find your own way to Volok Shonpa. I'll cheat. And my poor empty belly. You guys do that? I'll do this. Teehee. Jumbo slice and they're a Lalafell. I love it. Food is amazing. Pasi Momolja. Skippy! A Pasi Momolja. Let us try a fruit called Chimoya or Chirimoya, and it was just sublime. We saw a two-headed Mamulja on our way here, another claimant in the rite of succession, according to Arendelle. Do you have a better feel for the city now? Yep, Alala, look. With painted on whiskers. You made it, good. Then we're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. Upon speaking with Arendelle, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Let's do it.
That's it!
What's up, Iggy?
I've come up with a new recipe.
That was probably an echo. But that's okay. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. It's like herding a pair of unruly corals. I understand all too well. Charlian had the same effect on me. Right then. Now it's time to install on the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there is no telling what we might be in for.
Estinian? When did he get here?
I love this.
What's the point? Why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunpurge to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
Right?
Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that woman there.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Taral.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed
Right.
our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
I love this scene.
Oh. Well last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonash.
It's Erenville now, Don Servant. I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamaty's recruited allies.
Minus the Spearman.
Ha! Old-tempered still. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
She recruited Mystic with cookies, right? Right? Kona! Graha Blast.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja. The second promise, Kona. The third promise.
Graha, not Baha.
Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja. You four will compete in the right of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyollal is young, and so I look to the always for inspiration. The right of succession, the means by which the Autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest, but the Tuliyollal I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all. So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against. Ah, though it seems the One-Head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shok Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear.
Go
The
Kona.
nature of
Go
the contest
Kona.
itself. To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yggdrasil and find the City of Gold.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact.
City of Cold, right?
If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer us proof, my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyollal. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same, but in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
That would be funny. The City of Cold. You need to go find it. But I don't want... Wait, we have 2 of them. Which one? That's fair. Yeah, it's a good fight.
The Tuliyollal saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth.
If you would end our
Earn
crusade,
their
then
keystones
come.
by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakun Jaja successor and be done with it.
The rite of cessation begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. And Clement, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
Kryl? What are you doing?
You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Kryl Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession. But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
Of course I am, Phil.
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil.
Not the
first time. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Won't be the first time, won't be the last.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road.
Right?
But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
You're not wrong, G'raha. I want to see where this journey leads me.
So you are committed to your path? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Here we come. Dog, you just farted. Dang it, dog.
Here they come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Serelja. Take heart, tiller of the soil.
The Resilion son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Soralja, the first promise and commander of the Landsguard. Serelja, the Palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Soralja is indeed the natural child of Gulul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Soralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
Cryon, are you all right?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's ambitions. Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
Kona!
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new.
You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always.
That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Sharlian's own studium.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Sharlia. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
Those two would know nothing about that.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser Glabons.
Right.
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyola. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your fealty.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. A pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
Not wrong.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turali way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious Third Promise into your care.
Did you know Wuk-Lamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's promise. I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
It's fine. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuk-Lamat, I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika.
Her heart.
Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
I always keep thinking about it. If a twin-headed Mamulja ever starts fighting itself, how does that work? They can't get away from each other. Because, I mean, if they're actually, like, siblings, then they're gonna fight. That's gonna happen. So Kona, the second promise, is intent on developing his country by means of Sharlayan innovation. Given his background, I suppose it should come as no surprise. That two-headed claimant Bakul Jaja treats everyone around him as lesser beings. No doubt he tried to elevate the Mamulja above other races should he become Dawn Servant, not unlike how the Garlean Empire afforded special status to pure-blood Garleans. As you just witnessed, Wuk-Lamat has no great army of supporters. Not yet, at least. I know not what drives the Rulja, but it engulfs him like an inferno. I'm gonna step away for just a second, guys. I gotta run to the restroom. So I'm gonna do a quick bio break for like 10-15 minutes. I love how their name is Yeet and you yeeted them. Thank you. Yeet! You're okay, Pepe. You're okay. Mama's here. Yes. You're fine. You got that paw. Hey, BB. Hey, BB. Go on. Up, up. Up, up. Good girl. Okay, this is charged enough. Right? They do. We need to get them into that Shadow Realm and fast. Okay. I'm gonna close it, but not nearly as far because I still need the air to leave this room. It gets way too hot otherwise. Okay. Alright. I see an Alex. He made it. Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tuliyola saga. I can say it, I promise. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars? We could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea! Let's go and take a look. Actually, I feel like I'm taking the long way. Kinda 'cause I am. Sprint. Yeah, my nose. And itchy ear. That makes everyone. Open them up. Tablets, if you would. Of course. Everyone has a tablet? Then let's compare them to the respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest difference. Unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established that the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? The Dawn Servant said we are to retrace the path he walked in uniting Tyrell's people. Tyrell's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tuliyollal saga. I could say that. The events the glyphs portray. Do we know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during the festival season, and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There is also the Lay of Gold. That one involved the Pelu Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about the storm that storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Yaktoral several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as Eorzea's, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. If it's information we need, just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. It would be prudent to ensure It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. That's right. The reservation is under Wiklamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third province. Once you've finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside it. Chevalier of Tai. Greetings, visitors of Tuliyollal, and welcome to the Forward Cabin. Whenever you are ready, I'll show you to your rooms. Have a good night, Skippy. Thank you for coming in. I'm hoping to at least make it to the first dungeon, but I don't think I'm going to. Not tonight, anyway. No, I'm not doing a shorter stream. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get it. It's a lot of quests, yeah. Trust you to be the keenest to head out, Lane. But where are Erinville and Wickelmot, I wonder? If I don't make it to the dungeon tonight, that's okay. Tuesday I'll probably do it again and just get to the dungeon. I know by Tuesday we should be able to. I can unfortunately not do an 8-hour stream. That's not going to happen. I'd love to. I'd love to get to that point. Instead of usually doing 4 or 5 hour streams, I would love to be able to get to, you know, more than that, but... Right? I got to. I need a lot more a lot more things going right to get that number. One of these days, it'll happen. I have faith. But, not right now. It will just take time. Sorry, I'm eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It really sounded good, so I'm munching on it right now. It's hitting us that spot. I won't be too much longer. They are. They're really good. It's really good. And I don't know why I randomly wanted one. But I did. Oh. That sounds good. Oh good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? Seeing as we needed information, I thought who better to get it from than the locals. These two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. I give you credits for taking the initiative, at least. What do you mean, at least? I am honored that the third promise would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Ah, before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently, so I brought these for the two of you. What's this? It's called a link pearl, a gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. It'll be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. Is there a reason the Pelu all wear those masks? I have no idea. Who should we speak to first, do you think? Even up close, the Hanu are remarkably similar to the Vanu. Lucy, thank you so much for the raid! Welcome in, raiders! My name is Sierra, or C, whichever you prefer. I'm currently playing Final Fantasy XIV, although I am a variety VTube streamer. Welcome in, everyone! How are you? How was your stream? What were you up to in 14? That's good. So, every day. Okay. Your usual. Like usual. You know, I keep thinking about it. Lucy's theme song right now is going raiding, raiding, raiding. That's the better question. Even up close, the Hanu are remarkably similar to the Vanu. Aside from those brilliant feathers, of course. But Lucy, you're raiding most days. Wokalamat may not be as experienced. Thank you for the resub and for 5 months. Thank you so much. Right? That's fair. That is very fair. May not be as experienced or accomplished as her brothers, but she has an affinity for the people. For her, finding those willing to cooperate is as simple as that. The Tuli Hyola saga features a number of Tural's clans. 2 of those, the Hanu Hanu and the Pelu Pelu, have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. Nice. That's fair, that's fine. You're good. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are a cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village, Okahanu, is located in Kazuma Uka. The other, smaller fellow is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Urukopacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold and craft all kinds of marvelous goods in Wachunupalo, the village. I can't even today. I feel that. Today was rather busy, so that's why my brain's like half dead right now anyway. Why don't you have put that adventurer's instinct of yours to work for us, Lane? Pick our destination. Upon completing this quest, the main scenario will branch into 2 quest paths. Accepting the quest from the helpful Hanu will temporarily prevent you from accepting the quest from the approachable Pelu, and vice versa. The second quest path will become available from the respective NPC once you have completed the series of quests for the first path. Furthermore, story elements and quest rewards will not be affected by your initial choice of path. Speak with the NPC you prefer, and embark on the trail for the rite of succession. I have so many running circles around here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Uno, dos. Wait, what? Are you talking to Alex? I like that one. We're gonna go to Urakopacha. Like the first time I did this. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming that the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urakopacha, we depart from the Arch of the Dome, then take the road to the west at the first fort. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to Urakopacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart. When it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. We'll be back to talk to you in good time, friend Hanu. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill in Jabali of Tai. It's all been arranged. Ugh. Clink ran away. Oh no! Talking to a Pelu before we departed was a wise decision. I, for one, would rather not brave a treacherous, slippery trail on foot. Ugh, why did it have to be alpacas? Beasts are sure-footed, that's for certain. Right? The Pelu, all being small, is confusing enough. Those masks make it almost impossible to tell men from women, let alone guess at their age. Oh my, are these fluffy babies all mounts? Yes. May I introduce to you our most dependable companion, the alpaca. These animals can traverse Urukopach's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they feel much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Yaktaraz. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities, and where it is not needed anyway? Oh? But must we ride these little monsters? Right? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me. It was the foulest stench you can imagine. Ooh, nice. I see. What all they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then. So was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful. Even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good. I'll take my payment now. You want me to pay you? Did you really expect that to be? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Here you go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes! I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I should be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. Yeah. I better not get bid on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. Yes. I will. After stream, I'll do it. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Kopacha, then that's what we'll do.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable, it arises from Urkopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
That's still an amazing picture. I had to snag it.
So this is Urkopacha. I've never actually been here before.
That's true.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wuk Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's Promise here, of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bol Nok. We're on our way to Watchun Pello.
Oh, truly. I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urgopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu Pelu merchants.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliyollal. Pelu Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Watchun Pello's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there!
Right? You sure about that? All I kept thinking is, no offense to anybody, but... So, Pelu Pelu merchants are much like Lalafell merchants. No, not wrong. That would be a contest that I would actually want to see. Who can talk more people into it, Pelu Pelu or the Lalafells? crowds were more supportive of her brothers, but Woklamat's peaceful politics do have their quiet adherents. I see. I feel the change in altitude most keenly. While mayhap not the same degree as the Sea of Clouds, the air is decidedly thin here. I could see more buildings down the path that Bolnook was taking. I wonder what's over there. This is it, Watan Pelu. Home of the Pelu Pelu. Woklamat should have arrived before us. That's not good. You've come all this way for the right of succession. Oh, so this means that I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. But please, the outcome is far from decided, but it is a possibility. How fortunate then. I deal in cloaks woven from a especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. Hey you, Shadow, how's it going? And a nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people, yes? Finery for our finest lady, that's right. Come, third promise. My well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady? I like the sound of that. Alright, I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt. What did we just talk about? Airville, when did you... Ah, Shatona from far off Shaktaral. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survive them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. No, thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the third promise, perhaps another time. Of course, my shop door is always open. It's going good, Shadow. How about you? And yes, don't do an Estinian. You were saying something about not being easily charmed? I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase. And unwitting customers like Woklamat fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu Pelu. Let us all take Erenville's words of caution to heart. Speaking from experience, spending more than you need to on simple items. Like, oh, I don't know, 100,000 gil on a hair tie. Right. I swear, I let her out of my sight for one moment. It would seem the Pelu Pelu are also partial to coffee. Yes. Why not? Not my finest moment, I'll admit. But now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Excuse me. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Ryle, Alizé, and I will speak with the merchants. Wooklamont, you and Erenville might try approaching travelers and passerby. Lane, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third province. Dawn Servant Selector? Ah, I thought you were a new face in town. Here for the right of succession, I take it. Me, I don't much care who sits these thrones so long as they keep Paral peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying. If you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. What? Alright, yes, you were asking about the Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I have heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger Tobli could probably tell you more about it. Okay. Electors? Oh yes, I've heard all about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zorolja. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere and build into it. That means access to more resources and more customers. In the thousands, Colin. Potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? No, I wouldn't. Would you please just answer the question? Very well, you said you wanted to know about the Elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you you're no supporter of Zorolja or his policies. Of course you're not going to. Yeah, they do. Okay, good luck. Hello there, I'm Ma Blue. Did you have a question for me? Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from respectable distance. Get too close, and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Told me that the head rancher was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobli noticing. He knows everything. That happens on this ranch. have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a stack of blankets, and then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobli is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they'd share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Over at the Alpaca Ranch? Really? He's also the head rancher? Well, the Alpaca Ranch is not far from here. I say we pay it a visit before the others return. Okay, there's that. Where are we at on those? About 30, half a minute, hour, so we got time. We'll see, won't we? This one, I think. That is a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. Can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobli? Tobli? Oh yes. He likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is though. You can't? Is that part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobli often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could? Am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. Heh, so it's like a game. Easy enough, all I have to do is offer Tobli a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Bitch. Really? Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobli. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great, we can meet back here to share our impression. Ah, a visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas will spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movement slow and deliberate. You think I might be Tobli? Haha, well, maybe I am. All I will say is that in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Am I Tobli? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the Third Promise and her entourage sharp instinct. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? Diligent one, if I remember correctly. Well, obviously I'm not Tobli. I mean, oops. I shouldn't have said that. You're meant to find out for yourself who Tobli is. Or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck! I see we're both done with our interrogation. So who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. The diligent ranch hand. All the workers so intent on stable chores. I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery ranch hand, so to speak. You know it's you, Tobley, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobley, head ledger of Wachunapelu, and head rancher of the family ranch. I am also one of Gulul Jaja's chosen electors. Aha! In a place featured in the Turihyola saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust in your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last. She found you out fair and square, Tobley. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dunservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all.
Right.
Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobley, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobley. That's part of the test.
You're Tobley.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
Easier said than done.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example! This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erenville said.
The little monster spat on me! Oh, that stinks! I can't.
Poor work, Lamont.
Alpaca Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley braid like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
Right?
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the ride, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Right?
Are you alright, Orclamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
So scream.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
One second, guys. You got me sidetracked, Nagi, by saying that you posted something and I can't find it right now. I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off of my face. I think I got it all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff of me? Sniff for me? Just to make sure. This stench has ruined my sense of smell. Hey, I saw that look. When did you post it? Oh, wrong thing. I see that. Okay, I see them. I saw that, but I didn't think anything of that. As Wukulamot helped demonstrate, the valley alpacas are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with the tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse with the With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Have you perhaps forgotten we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need to find a seller and make them an offer. That's fine. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel and 1,000 gold. You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Converting to gil, that comes up to around 1 million or so. Yeah, we all pitch it. No, this is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money, somehow. In that case, that basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier, 1 pel in 100's gold. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for ever more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. That's a nice gesture, but you think I can turn 100 pel into 1 million? That's 10,000 times more! We need 10,000 pel, not 1 million. So we're looking at 100 times more. Oh right, I panicked and got confused with Alphino's million gil. I'm not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need near a moment after you arrived. But I hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again. Mablu, I work here as a ranchan, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. all right if I aid them now, yes? I guided the claimant towards the first step of the feat, like you asked. As long as Wuklamak goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whomever she likes. Hooray, let's see about getting you that saddle then, Third Promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for a bargain. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps, it may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Sadly, although Lain, I think you should go with Wuklamak. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, surely have sage advice to share. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing, but I'll leave the wool with Lain anyway. The better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest we try trading the wool to Habzi, the settler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. I don't know if I'll even get done with this one tonight. Both this and the Hanu take forever. If I remember correctly. This is the artisan who makes our taming saddles. Is it really possible to make 100 times what the wool is worth just through trading? Yes. Something I can do for you? We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool, I can talk. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you've got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, Third Promise. Such mezcal can be had at only 5 pel in the thousands column. Hold on. Did you say Third Promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I must support the man of ambition who will see my business prosper. Zorolja will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, Third Promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Wooklamont. The younger ones, though, to them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future the Second Province envisions. They've become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havli, convinced that the First Promise plans for conquest will afford them an opportunity for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say? Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when the Yakui ruled our village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed. We just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of Tulola on the line. I can't talk anymore. And neither will I. We will make you Dawn Servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration, so let's try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. Of course, the Weaver. Volnook was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to that road where we first met him. A bunny riding a cat. Something about this seems off. Is this where you met the Weaver? This is the spot after Volnook talked to us. He walked off to the south. Right? Then he was probably going to Ikuvlu's Inn. Most visitors of Wachinpelo end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we? I gotta have the Torgal pup. Torgal bestest boy. I hope he's willing to offer us something wonderful in exchange. Can I have that basket, Lane? Each. Thanks. Now let's see if we can turn a profit. Bullnook, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? Third promise. You wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? I might end it actually here, guys. I wasn't planning on doing a short stream, but as busy as I was, I'm a little tired. Plus, I want to get the Woowa stuff done and maybe do some roulettes after. I see. So the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Peace and thrall is that what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledged to preserve that peace win the throne. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory. That's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column. That's very generous, Bullnook. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you, Third Promise. May fortune bless your future deals. That's fair. I can't believe you quintupled your investment into your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because they remembered our Reaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you've instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now, let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, Lane, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Erenville would never let me hear the end of it. All set. Our next deal is waiting to be found. Success! Traded 100 pel basket of alpaca wool for a 500 pel wool poncho. Okay. I normally do want to continue on, but I'm getting a little tired. So I want to switch gears here. I plan to stream Monday. Now here's the thing. As Monday is twofold things. We have Monster Hunter going on, plus the Omega Planetus drops. So we're gonna be doing that. I'm gonna talk some things over with the mods, but we might have a little change on stream. Yes, Omega Planetus Savage. I love how they put Savage, and I am not... Oh, that was one thing I wanted to do here. Yeah, I need to talk to you guys about something. I'm debating on it. It's been something that's been in my head, but I want to talk to you guys first. I do want to drop this though. I want to watch this on stream because this is insane. I want the gear from there. And I will do this last. No, well, I don't think so. One second. I'll rewind it here in a sec, don't worry. Can you guys hear it still? My VC's fine. I want those so bad. I just now noticed you get the earring. The Palico is doing the dance. We can't get away from Larboard and Starboard. Why? I don't want to deal with Larboard and Starboard anymore. I get confused on it as is. Alright. It's not a big deal, that's why I'm saying it's not a huge thing. I just want to talk to you guys about it first before I announce what I was thinking of. If it is a thing, it'll just happen on the next stream. If it's not, that's okay. But let's see. Who do we want to read out to tonight? Just dodge, right? Just, you know what? Speaking of Monster Hunter, we're gonna go raid my friend Azure. We all know him. The crazy man from Monster Hunter. So let's go say hi to Azure. Thank you all for coming by. Love you all. Be kind to yourselves and to each other. And we'll see you all on Monday. Not everyone.